Dubois, Daniel Dubois, the IBF heavyweight champion, is out due to illness. I only caught the tail end of the story, but now we have Joseph Parker, the former WBO heavyweight champion of the world, versus the most avoided heavyweight in the world, Martin Bakole. Well, first of all, my opinion, why is Martin Bakole the most avoided heavyweight in the world? What, apart from promoter hype, why is this a fact? It's not a fact. Why is he the most avoided heavyweight in the world? What has he done? Apart from sparring stories, get beat up by Michael Hunter. Yeah, he beat Tony Yoka, and he beat a flawed Gerard Anderson. But does that make you the most feared fighter? Was Gerard Anderson the most feared fighter in the heavyweight division? Was Tony Yoka the most feared man in the heavyweight division? I don't know. So I don't know if he beat Ajit Kabayel, maybe start talking. And he fought, and he beat Sanchez, maybe. But I don't know where people get this story from that he's the most feared heavyweight in the world. Absolute crap. Let's put that to one side, right? As far as I'm concerned, Martin Bakole is, in my opinion, he wanted to quit in the fight again. People talk about Brook wanted to quitting in the fight against Golovkin. People talk about Kell Brook quitting against Spence. Daniel Dubois taking the knee. But Martin Bakole, when he was fighting Michael Hunter, he did not want to be in the corner. He did not want to be there that night. You can make excuses and say, well, he wasn't well. He seemed pretty well at the beginning of the fight until the punches started flowing nice and cleanly from Hunter onto Bakole's chin, and he couldn't get out of the way of the punches. Then he started having all sorts of problems in the corner. But anyway, Parker versus Bakole. For me, I think this is an easier fight for Parker to negotiate. Why? Because Bakole is flat-footed in comparison to Daniel Dubois. And secondly, Bakole does not fight like Dubois. I would say that Dubois is more traditionally a better fundamental boxer. Keeps his hands up, uses a long jab, and throws punches with bad intentions all the time. Whereas Martin Bakole will fiddle around, kind of throw sparring punches and then big shots. Fiddle around, throw the pitter-patter shot, and then bang, land you with a big shot. The other thing about Martin Bakole is defensively, he is irresponsible. I keep on saying he's defensively irresponsible. There'll be plenty of opportunities for Parker to load up big shots and hit Bakole on the chin because he's got no defense. Problem for me about Parker is twofold. Number one, does Parker see Bakole as more of a threat than Dubois? Because you can always laugh off Dubois, but Dubois is not as smart. Dubois, he's got his issues, right? You can always laugh about Bakole, Dubois, but now Bakole's not a guy you kind of laugh around with the same way. It's a different personality altogether. Do you understand? Bakole's more of a serious kind of guy, but to me, Bakole's the kind of guy. To me, Bakole's a bully. That's how I see Bakole. He's a Parker. Oh, he's a Parker. He's a bully, in my opinion. There's many of them around. He's a bully. He's one of them guys that dish it out. But when he starts getting on top, he seems to find a way out of there. My problem for Parker in this fight, as I said, is twofold. One, how much respect he's got for Bakole. Some guys, because when they announced the fight, if you look into Parker's eyes, he looked like he'd seen a ghost. He literally saw like he'd seen a ghost. As for Joseph Parker, the other thing my concern about Parker is his weight. Parker, for some reason, put on a lot of weight, similar to how he put on against Joe Joyce. It didn't work for him when he fought Joe Joyce. It certainly won't work for him against Daniel Dubois. I don't know how it works against Bakole. But I think, based on the way Bakole fights, and his chin in the air and leaves himself defensively irresponsible, Parker can knock Bakole out, to be honest. He can. He's got fast hands. He's got good power. He's got good movement. Fundamentally a better boxer than Bakole. Former world champion. Parker should go in here and just wait for Bakole to open up and then let his shots go. Seriously. I tell you, if he can hit Bakole and get the legs wobbling early, then he'll knock Bakole out. It just depends on if Parker is cautious and allows Bakole to jump on him. He can't have allowed Bakole to jump on him. But I think by the midway part, Parker should have at least, if it's Parker who really believes he is the best heavyweight in the world, not Joseph Parker that's scared of Bakole, because you can box scared. You can actually box scared, meaning you use your jab, but you kind of, you're trying to fiddle your way out around the fight. Or if Andy says, you know what, this guy's got major holes in his defense. Just wait for him to open up and let your shots go. Right? Because, like I said, Bakole is more promoter hype than actually the fighter that he is. And Jared Anderson made him look a lot better because Jared Anderson was so flawed. Parker will not be as flawed. Parker will have faster hands. Bakole puts punches together well when he does put it together. What Parker's got to do is punch when Bakole's punching. This is what Hunter did. Punch when Bakole's punching. Punch with him. Punch in between his punches. Yeah, you got to meet him head on. You look at the blueprint of how Hunter fought Bakole. That's how Parker's got to fight him. But again, Parker's coming heavy for this fight. So I'd like to see Parker lighter. And you can't shift all that weight now to what weight you weigh Thursday now? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday's the fight. You can't shift all that weight now that you've bulked up with. So you might have bulked up for power, and that's fine, but it'll have to be quick, fast hands. And what Parker's got to do, take center of the ring and bully the bully. That's it. Bully the bully. I'm sick and tired of hearing about Martin Bakole's sparring stories because I never knew a world champion based on sparring stories. Sparring is meant for practice. Sparring is not meant to create. Otherwise, if the amount of people I know that have done great in sparring, they should all be world champions. My God. So just listen. If Bakole can beat Parker, to me, that's because it's short notice. But Parker should deal with Bakole because he's far the better boxer, far the more adaptable boxer. He can box off the front if he can fight off the back foot. I said it just depends on if Parker fights scared. If you don't fight scared, I say take the center ring, smash that jab into Bakole's face and land hard, heavy shots. And when he leaves himself vulnerable, punch with him. It's always target. He has no defense and push Bakole back. Force him to fight off the back foot. Don't allow him to come forward on you. Punch him and bunch. It's not one shot. Bang, bang, bang. 2 and 3 shots. When you see opening, he's got his guard down, hands down, let your shots go. Rip him 3 shots. Get and slide to the sides. Do not stand straight in front of Bakole. Double up your jab, shift to the sides. Don't stand in front of Bakole. So when he's about to let his punches go, get that out of the way or punch him. Or punch him because you got the fast hands. There should be I don't see why Bakole should be winning this fight. I don't see how Bakole. Well, I do see how Bakole wins the fight, and that's if Parker comes in anything better than anything less than he should be. Other than that, Parker should stop Bakole within the halfway mark because he'll take too many down punches. And in my opinion, I don't rate Martin Bakole. I'm sorry, I don't. I like Martin. I like him. I've interviewed him. I like him. He was a likable guy, but no. He's not the dude that everyone's painting him out to be, and I still haven't forgiven him for what he did against Michael Hunter. No chance. By now, Parker should know what his down weight is. Up and down in weight, he should know what his down weight is. Bless up. Yes, John. Greetings to and good evening for you, Ingram. So glad to see you're sharing your knowledge and time with us. Thank you, brother. Parker wins this now, in my opinion. I think so too. ST. Where have you been, ST? I haven't seen ages on my football game. FC25. Bakole could turn up 30 stone. We all know more when we see the big fella. I know. Bakole will be trying to use short shoulder shots and some of the winging shots and pressure from Dubois. Okay. I don't like Parker bulking up so much. He should be 250 fighter, in my opinion, not 279. Yeah, that's a problem. That weight is a big problem for him. 270. Okay. Parker has a good chance, but he sometimes falls apart after the midway point when put under constant pressure and going to head and body, then body head. But if Parker stays composed, he wins. Yeah, but Parker, you got to look at Bakole. Bakole's not that kind of guy. He's not that type of guy. He's certainly not the type of guy if you punch him back in his face, He's not that type of guy. Bakole's the kind of guy that if you don't punch him in his face, he's going to step to you. But if you punch him hard in his face, he'll step back. And if you punch him regularly enough, you won't want to know. I don't know how much heart Bakole's got. That's the thing. I want him to revisit that Hunter fight because he hasn't revisited it. But I think Bakole will give him hell like Zhang did. I think it'd be a very exciting fight. I don't think he's going to give him hell. Bakole's going to give him hell at all. I think if Parker lets his hands go, he gets Bakole out there within 6 because Bakole leaves his chin out to dry. I saw an interview of Parker having his eyes open. He looks like he's scared of Bakole more than Dubois. Yeah, well, because, of course, remember, he was laughing and joking about Dubois. The same mistake that Joshua made, the same mistake that, what's this guy, Hergovich made. The same mistake that Miller made is the same mistake that Parker was making, which is taking, Dubois funny, maybe a little less quick than some of us in the world. I think that's the reason why Parker's got a little smile on his face, like it's only Dubois. But with Bakole, like I said, Bakole's more of a serious guy. And of course, the sparring stories, and of course, he sparred Bakole before, I'm sure. So yeah, Parker for me is in the cashier stage of his career. He has no hunger. Well, you could say that when he fought Dillian Whyte, the fight with Dillian Whyte, when I saw him at I saw him at the face-off. I said, there, Parker's not got any hunger. Got to agree with Ingram here. Bakole's wide open, 100% punch with Bakole. Yep. Parker better be doing the hacker all night and drink a gallon of Gatorade for stamina. You funny dude. I'm going to go with Bakole based on momentum in their careers. Momentum. If you call Jared Anderson a momentum, then yeah, I don't know. When you go to war in sparring, it takes time off your career. Look at David Hayes' sparring wars and then how he performed under light. Sheesh. Anderson has similar style to Parker, and Bakole done well. It should be interesting. I would disagree. Parker's a lot tighter than Anderson. Parker can fight off the back foot, he can fight on the front foot, he can move side to side. Parker's got some form of defence. He puts his punches together and he won't be flipping, trying to throw punches that leave himself open to uppercuts and shit. So, no, there's no way Anderson and Parker, two totally different fighters. One flawed and inexperienced, another and being pushed to world level very quickly. And Parker's had time to grow and experience, and he's got a good trainer. I disagree with you on that one, mate. Let's keep going here. Comments. David, the President Hay, Ingram's impression was hilarious. I love David A, man. What would you do if someone came into your house? Yeah, what would you do? What would you do if someone came to your house? Of course, you bang them out, wouldn't you? You bang them out. Client says, what's up, Ingram? I think Parker has a great chance. He's in shape. Bakole is coming off the couch 3 days notice. Bakole's going to fight a Jack Bar, isn't he? Wasn't he going to fight a Jack Bar in a few weeks' time? I think this is an easier fight than the DD for me. For me, I think it is. The president talking. Yes, I used to love the president talking. I miss the president. I heard the president is thinking of making a comeback. That's what I heard. The David is coming back. I heard. He might be coming back to fight Misfits, which wouldn't be too bad. I feel like Dubois would win because Parker has been performing worse against Zhang and Joyce. I watch him for a long time now. Yeah, I thought that Dubois would have banged that Parker within the first 6 as well. But Cody tends to lumber around the ring. If you catch him coming in with his hands down and dipping down, oh man, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why people say that Martin Bakole is the most feared man in the heavyweight division. Why is he the most... To be one guy he fought, Bakole's fought, that you've gone, oh my God, that guy was a killer. Well, who's the killer that Bakole fought? Was it Jared Anderson? Is it Tony Yoka? I don't know who Martin Bakole fought. That's a killer. I don't know. Bakole was made to look like a giant killer, but the giant that he beat in Anderson is not Gulliver. This is what I'm saying. I think Martin beats Parker. Good luck to you, mate. It's not a problem. Thought Bakole was fighting AJ. No, he was fighting Jagba. He's fighting a Jagba. So yeah. So I don't know what Bakole was doing, and Bakole was preparing to fight a Jagba. So interesting, Bakole's been brought in for this fight. He was preparing to fight a Jagba. Jagba's 6'6" and long arms. You've got Parker 6'3" and faster than a Jagba, far more explosive than a Jagba, far more dynamic than a Jagba, better hand speed than a Jagba, former world champion. A Jagba's not really done anything at world level yet. Different fight. Good afternoon, Denise. How are you, my sister? Hope you're well. So, it should have rerun Huey versus Joseph Parker too. That's what should have happened. Should have called Huey Fury up. But side notes. What else was I thinking? Hamza Shiraz. Let's just hope he don't get on the chin, because that guy, Adamas, can really punch. Moment of truth for Joshua Buatsi. Let's just see what sort of shape Callum Smith is in, not physically but mentally. Whether he's there because he really believes he's the best. Don't know. I still think Smith stops Buatsi, but I could be wrong. Ingram, Hughie Fury has got a fight soon on DAZN. Yep, the return of Hughie Fury. Do you know what? With the current heavyweight division, if Usyk were to retire, Fury's not going to come back. He's talking about not coming back for at least was it 100 million or 500 million, something like that. Something stupid he was asking for. Joshua is recovering from the Dubois fight at 35 years old. You know, I expect Ajit Kabar to beat the crap out of Zhang. So, listen, when Charles Martin fought Anderson, you said to him after, you know where you're going wrong, and he gave him a laundry list. Anderson didn't listen, bruv. Yeah, well, exactly. I think Charles Martin would give Bakole a good fight. Now it's coming out from Eddie Hearn. He said that Moses Atama ain't fought anyone with a heartbeat. Well, he has fought somebody with a heartbeat. He just hasn't fought a guy that can do anything with that heartbeat at the moment. So that's what it is. I tell you a fight I'd like to see. Parker versus what's his name? What's this guy's name? Fabio Wardley. That's a good fight. Fraser Clark, Fabio Wardley. I'd love to see that fight. That's a fight I'd like to see. Man, that could be a good matchmaker, man. That could be a really good matchmaker. I was in the car coming, I was dropped off by my boss. And in the TalkSport were talking absolute rubbish. I couldn't believe that's Spencer Oliver was saying they should call Derek Chisora to fight to Parker. They should call Derek Chisora to fight Joe, because Derek Chisora was on a flight going to the Riyadh season in Saudi Arabia. So they should call Derek Chisora in his boxing boots and gloves with him. TalkSport. That in itself, he should get sacked for something. That's criminal. TalkSport. And what's going on with Sky Sports, by the way? Why did Johnny Nelson, Andy Clark, and Matt Macklin all look like they'd come out the pub? They didn't look like presenters. They look like they'd just come out the pub. They look like if they've just gone down, had a couple of drinks of Weatherspoons, got some microphones, and they chat. They didn't look smart and sharp like, back in the day. I didn't know. And it's the biggest card in boxing history, and these two guys are dressed like... Anyway, that's me ranting. I saw something, by the way, in Chris Eubank Sr. saying that he doesn't think the fight between Eubank Jr. and Ben will win. He also said that he thought that Eubank was doing his own thing. Everything that Eubank Senior has taught Junior, Junior's gone and done opposite. Right, it's a very interesting take by Eubank Senior. He's talking a lot of stuff there. If you can get a chance, get across Eubank Senior, Chris Eubank Senior's podcast. Very interesting stuff. Gives a real eye opener. Right, let me get out of here. By the way, please do subscribe to my gaming channel. It'd be great to see you over there. The link is in the description box, is in this video as well. Get across. I'm currently got West Ham United. And I'm going on work around the corner for West Ham, so I'm just building the team up. We're in our third season with Graham Potter, and we're doing big things. We're smashing it in Europe, and playing not bad in the league. Marky Bier, shout out to Marky Bier, shout out to ST, of course, always on. Shut yourself over to my BWTM gaming channel. I don't see you over there, bro. ST, man, where you going? Also, I do want to give a shout out to this young man. You know, the most strange, I won't call it, it's happened to me before, but it's a come back from Nigeria. Well, first time I come back. Oh, second time it's happened. I was living in Surrey. I was at a bus stop, and the guy looked at me and said, "Your name's Ingram, right?" I went, "Yeah." He went, "You got a YouTube channel called BWTM Sports, innit?" "Yeah." Because I'm subscribed to your channel and I watch your boxing videos, mate. I'm a big fan. So that was the first time. Couldn't remember who the lad was that did it, but if you're watching, give me a thumbs up. The second lad was last week, Saturday. I was coaching in a leisure centre, and this guy looks at me. I thought I'd done something wrong to him. He looked at me. He kept looking at me like this. I went, "Your name's Ingram Jones, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "BWTM Sports, right?" "Yeah." "Used to work as a nightclub manager, right?" "Yeah." He goes, "Cool, man. Pleased to meet you." And he was playing badminton on the other side of the court where I was doing my cricket coaching sessions. And he was on the other side of the court. Cool dude. Really pleased to meet you. And shout out. I didn't get your name. I think, is it Michael? I might be wrong. But shout out to you. Cool dude. Really nice. Obviously, I was coaching, so I couldn't get back to talk to him. I tried to invite him to my gaming channel, but I don't think he was up for that. But he liked the boxing. But yeah, pleased to meet you, son. Really pleased to meet you. Good lad. I can say good lad because I think I'm a little older than you. A good lad. Good to meet you. Really appreciate you. And hopefully I'll see you this Saturday and we can continue talking boxing. Yeah, so I want to say thank you. And if you do see me in the streets or in the leisure centre or just walking down the road or just say hi. It's okay. Say hi. I don't bite. I'm certainly not a snob. And yeah, we can have a chat. It'd be great. But please, when you come up to me and you go, "Your name's Ingram Jones, right?" "Yeah." And you, if you do that, it's pretty scary without introducing yourself. If you say, "Yeah, you got a YouTube channel, isn't it?" If you say that, that's cool. But if you start with my name and then what I do, it does get a bit scary. And I appreciate it. It's complimentary, yeah, but just yeah, Ingram, that'd be better. Yeah, then yeah, all right. Can be really scary, particularly when I'm like, especially if I'm coaching. I'm in the zone coaching, so I'm in the zone coaching, and nobody will call me Ingram. They'll call me Coach. So somebody calls me Ingram, automatically, it's either somebody who knows me very well, it's somebody else, it's a work colleague, member of family, blah 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 blah. So I've come out of the zone. I'm like, "Oh, Ingram," and he's like, "Oh," and then I don't recognize the person, and then they're firing off these things because they're trying to connect the connections. I get it. It's still very scary. Right, let me get out of here. I've waffled enough tonight. Look forward to Saturday night's boxing. I'm going to be locked in early. Take care, much love, and thank you for supporting the channel. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, leave your comments, smash the like buttons, please. And I'll see you back here for another one.